Welcome back everyone, it is time for our Super Sunday sales update. You're going to see everything that I've sold throughout the week for a total of £504. It's been a good week this week. 500 to 1,000 is the maximum, is the average area I'm in. Anything less than 500 quid. Because of reinvestment, you've got to remember that I'm probably taking out £100 a week to spend at the charity shops. And then probably another £100–150 a week. Plus I've got to pay for fuel, yada, yada, yada. We know the bits and pieces. So 500 is really where I like to be as a minimum. And that could be taken up by one mega item or just loads of little bits and pieces. So we'll get straight into it. Sold prices are going to be appearing here on screen as I go through them. So we will start off with the Dell Latitude docking station. This was a charity shop purchase. I believe it was £5 from the charity shop, something like that. And that was sold for £49.99. Then onto the Henrys. Spares or repairs Henry. This is the thing, you see, guys. Even if these Henrys aren't working, if you get them cheap enough, you will sell them. I've sold two this week, both on auction, and both have gone for £21 a piece. Up on screen now as we speak. A pair of Nike React pink size 5.5s that I've had kicking about for ages and ages and ages. Eventually sold for £9. The other Henry, £21. Game of Thrones puzzle 4D Cityscape. That was sold for £9.99. And I can't remember, I don't know if you guys remember, when I was at the car boot, there's a chap there who I buy my bits and pieces from, who calls me up with vacuums and things like that, and he said everything's going to be £1 in a minute. If you want it, get it. And I got that telly, that, and a couple of other bits and pieces, can't remember what they were. Isle of Man TT baseball cap is out the door at £17.59. Again, that would have been a 2 or 3 quid pickup at the car boot. Can't remember how much I paid for it. These Street Sharks that are here, let me just grab them for you. This box was full, and as you can see, it is going down considerably. One by one, they are selling. I was in profit from the bundle I got from the first thing I sold, or the first two things I sold out of it that weren't even the toys. There was a Sony record player and an LG like Freeview HD recorder. They both sold for more than I paid for that, which was either 30 or 35 quid. So all these are now profit. So one Street Shark, the Rocks action figure, sold for £15. Excuse me, bit of a cough at the moment. Next on the list was the Walker that you saw me pick up. Don't know if I'm going to bother with these anymore, guys, especially if they're in sort of rough condition. I think the car boot I picked it up from was a bit of a tired car boot. There weren't a lot there for me, and I hate going and not coming back with anything because I always think I need to pay for my time there and I need to pay for my fuel to get there and back. So even if, I mean, it cost me a tenner, it sold for 25 quid. So I'm 15 quid up on it before fees. Fit Flop Wonder Wellies black mid-calf, UK size 7, bought from the charity shop off the shelf for £4. They sold for 30 quid. The next Street Sharks, this was a good one. This was the Slugger Slamu complete with gum shield, sold for 70 quid. So that's £70 pure profit, guys. Another Shark vacuum. As you've seen, all the ones that are behind me, we're nearly through them. We've probably got another month and I reckon they will all be gone. £26.99 just for the main body. As I've said to you again, even if you pick the vacuums up for 20 quid, you've got the head, the hose, the pole, the main body, everything off of them. And that's the main body without the bin, sold for £26.99. Again, bang in, straight with another one, £29.99. Another one gone out the door. Then it was the Yorkshire Tea teapot in immaculate condition. That has sold and is gone. And that sold for £24.99. Part of a few bits and pieces I picked up from the charity shop was the soup maker, that teapot, and one other thing. And I believe I gave them like a tenner for the lot. The teapot on its sold for £25. The £4 Krups coffee mill and spice grinder, that sold within an hour of listing, sold for £14.99. That was the one I picked up the last weekend at the car boot, or the midweek, the two that was in one video. Paid a £4 for that, so £4 into 15 nearly. Another Street Sharks, the Squid Calamari, £45. Again, all pure profit. And then this one you've not even seen yet, because this one is in the car boot sale video that's coming out tomorrow on Monday at 6 o'clock. It is the JVC RDD70 wireless all-in-one hi-fi, Bluetooth, USB, CD and digital radio with remote, sold for £40. You will see me pick that up tomorrow for a tenner. That's gone and out the door. Another literally 1 hour flip round from listing. A Samsonite suitcase that I would have paid no more than £2 or £3 for. That's gone out the door for 25 because that's another charity shop one. Another Shark lift away vacuum cleaner at £25, just the main body again. And then last but not least, the G-Tech Pro big power brush head for £25. That is sold, that has gone out of the door. And that again would have been that was an auction. You've got to remind me. I can't remember how much I paid for that auction. You'll have to remind me on that one. I cannot remember. So yeah, so there is your sales roundup for the week. The total of that stock cost me £78. They all sold for 504, leaving me with a pre-tax profit of £426. Not forgetting that that is on top of the fact that I am a postman and I work 3 days a week. So there's my wage coming in with that. So yeah, this business is almost like an entire side hustle because my wage that I earn from work covers all the outgoings and the bills and everything. All this is doing is just the independent business. I don't need to take any cash out of it. Everything you see in here, and I will spin you round, we can't look too closely because you've not seen the video of what I picked up over the weekend, but everything you see, there's only that there that's listed, and everything else here is almost all unlisted stock, ready to go. There's all sorts here, guys, absolutely all sorts. More and more bags from the car boot. Get them IKEA bags filled up, get them in here and get some stock in, because it's not going to be long before they cull all those car boots and we've got nowhere to go and we can't do anything, and we're going to be stuck. What you will then see me doing, I think, more often than not, is going to the house clearance place in Kettering, and I believe there's another one Essexy way, sort of Saffron Warden, that way out, probably another hour from here. I think there's another one that way out which I've not tried yet, but yeah, that's what we'll end up starting to do as the year progresses. I keep looking down because you're there, look, you're on my phone and on my GoPro. One, I'm going to put a link on screen. In fact, I'm not even going to show you it on here. Carboot Keith. Follow Carboot Keith. This guy is awesome. He picks up a lot of the stuff similar to me, but then a lot of stuff that's not the same as me. I know that don't really make a lot of sense, but please, I'll put a link up. It'll be across my face right now. Carboot Keith. Go give him a watch. Give him a follow. Because I tell you what else he does, which is fantastic. Because if you guys are doing the reselling and you want to know a bit more information about the items themselves, he's done some sort of sideline videos of like cleaning and testing and stuff like that, and I find them really interesting because there's stuff on there that I've bought that I've not been able to clean and that hasn't particularly come out well when I have cleaned it, and he showed me how to do it. So it's a real good how-to channel. Carboot Keith, you can't get it wrong. Go over there, give him a subscribe, and then in his latest video or any video you watch of him, let him know that I sent you over there. All right? Because I don't want him to think that that I'm not looking after him. Because Keith, I am, mate, and I want you to grow. Speaking of growing, guys, I'm going to show you this right now. We are at 493 subscribers. We are only 7 subscribers away from hitting the big 500. So please, I should have said this at the beginning of the video before you'd all tuned out. So please, like, comment and subscribe. Subscribe to me, guys. Let's get it up to that 500. I'd be amazed within a year if I could get to 500 subscribers or even surpass it by Christmas. It would be outstanding. I don't really think there's anything left to tell you. You are going to be with me again tomorrow evening after 6 PM. There's a premiere video going out then. This one will be going out, I reckon, tonight at 6 PM Sunday. And yeah, we'll go from there. Keep following me on this mad journey. This table that you're on and everything stood on right now is full of stock that I need to test and list now and get it online and get it sold. We're probably going to go do some more charity shops this week. I'll pop the little Ray-Bans on again and we can go incognito charity shopping. So yeah, stay with me. Let's all have a fantastic weekend. Have a good week. And yeah, I'll either see you tonight, tomorrow, midweek, whenever. Let's just keep posting them out. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next